BW, that's fine. You have to play him again until you make it back to Grands at that point, or if BW loses later. So like, I think that you definitely can like take that risk. But we're looking at RP4 and I think anyone, right?
Yep, RP4. No, so RP4 beat anyone can.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that one happened just a second ago, and so Llomomo is coming on, who's had some incredible breakout rounds the past couple of weeks. Man, it's actually been pretty interesting watching him kind of grow in the series and whatnot. So now he's facing a lot of our top competitors, and it's actually pretty interesting and rewarding all at the same time to see how the tournament series plus the Discord have allowed people to really kind of get the practice in that they need to kind of make some noise in these things. So
yeah, definitely. I think that it's so wild because especially like earlier on, like we had like Chompy and Handy and RP4 who kind of were like those top 3 like consistent players, and then all of a sudden I think there was a couple like early tournaments with like Luxray kind of making his way as a breakout player, and then Llomomo came and kind of shook it up as well. They're continuing that kind of shake-up legacy, you know, and it's starting to look like BW now is kind of reaching those heights with how decent his performances have gotten recently.
no, I'd agree big time. I really do think that, BW is someone who has kind of come along and was really kind of like at that midway point, consistently placing like that 4 through 6 kind of area, and really came in and took some wins off some people that made us start kind of realizing that, his talent was definitely growing. And then, it slowly became more like, hey, well, we're starting to expect this to be a shake-up win here. We started to expect to see those kind of wins, and it's been just a joy and a pleasure to really watch how exciting these matches get with him in it. So, no, I'm definitely down for it. I am here for it every single week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. And it looks like they're starting, and look at that.
Whoa,
Pyra and Mythra.
What is going on? All right, looks like they're going to Battlefield. Let's go ahead. And I knew that RP4 had that coming. I'm going to put his name down as RP money sign.
Of course, all the money references he's done with the stock market, and
Yes.
then this very small reference, just the money side. But as well as the DLC in a sense,
Yes.
like
Spend some money on that too.
yes, and honestly, like this character. Oh my, what is there to even say? They have so much to talk about, but so they are 2 characters to want, a 2-for-1 special in a sense. Pyra being the slow and really strong one, and Mythra being the fast combo character. So it's like Menadite and like Ganondorf as one character. And these characters, the recovery isn't the best, because like look at that, like that wasn't necessarily that far, but with a decent amount of practice, with like their kill confirms as well as the ledge guarding, we're gonna be seeing some pretty crazy stuff coming out from these characters in the near future. I just think it takes a bit of time for players to kind of figure out like what your game plan is gonna be when you play as each character, as well as like optimizing switching, because when you switch characters, it acts like Pokemon Trainer does, where you'll switch and you'll have like invincibility frames while you're switching, so it's like a dodge, which is super crazy to think about, because now you have 2 dodges. And on top of all of that, Mythra also, when she dodges, like, with, like, enough precision, she'll have, like, a counter in a sense, where it'll slow the other player down for a certain amount of time, based on how, like, strong the move is. And it's super broken. Like, if people start practicing it well and, like, getting them, like, on point, you're gonna be seeing people, like, slow motion finished off the side of the stage, and it's just gonna be like, what did I just witness?
Yeah.
It's interesting how common Falco is, like just in IPG, because like he's starting to pop up a lot more recently.
Yeah,
Just not
I've
just
seen
everywhere.
I've seen a few people mess around with him, honestly.
He's fun.
Meanwhile, we haven't seen a lot of Fox though.
I know. Like I think that's like, I honestly wonder if it's just like a mindset thing, because like a lot of times, characters like Fox, you're like, yeah, I can combo with Fox, but then it's like Fox is so much lighter that's like you don't want to like lose because you're light sometimes. Because Fox is even lighter than like Sephiroth or Mewtwo, I believe. Believe he's like third or fourth lightest. Like he's super duper light. So it's like you could combo somebody like 90 and then you'll die at like 55 or something. Hilarious. Oh no. Finally getting a stock is RP5 though. Like I think that he's definitely still in this. Like personally, I played. Ooh, okay, he's still back. I was not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this character's.
It's not good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's not bad, but it's like it's less than you'd expect, I guess. Because even Mythra, she has the better recovery of the two. This one, she has like a side B that can go really far to the right really quickly,
Okay.
but like you can't act out of it. So it's pretty much you choose up or sideways. Whereas Pyra, the red one here, or the blue one, I guess, the red sword carrier, the red one, she just has like a side B that throws that sword in a circle, and then her up B just goes high vertically, but literally nowhere sideways. It's like nothing. It's hilarious. Because it goes so fast and you just be like, oh, I'm gonna make it. And then you just zip right back down. But they definitely have like lots of promise as a character. If you own this character or were considering buying them like and want to learn them competitively, yes, you should. Personally, in my opinion, it's looking like they could be anywhere from top 20 to top 5 in the game. They are very promising as characters. It just depends on how much work you want to put into them, because it's going to be a lot. Although they did just come out recently, so it's very hard to like kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot to see still.
Yeah, it feels like with every DLC that's been like, wow, this character's crazy, and it's like 2 weeks pass, and then there's an actual verdict.
I remember the big deal people were making for Banjo-Kazooie at the
Oh my god, don't remind me. I was so excited. I was like, this looks so cool, all these things. Like, that side B is invincible, and like has a bomb and another projectile, and like he has some really good like disjoints. And then like 3 weeks passed, and everybody's like, this character is so lame, I hate this character. It's like, what? It's Banjo-Kazooie. And then Steve came out and he's just like, minecart and like blocks. So crazy.
Right now, Llomomo with the 70% lead.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be it, I think. Yep. It's so crazy, like, because you're so used to sword characters having like decent drift and like some crazy like ice style.
To float a little bit more and get over to the spot, all that good stuff. Yeah.
And yeah, and then there's like Byleth who can just kind of like get all the way from the blast zone with his like up B. And then there's Mythra, and she's just like, nah, I'll just die. It's fine. But this was really good, I think, from Llomomo. He just kind of really kept center stage, and as soon as he realized like later this game with that he could just edge guard them, like that's what he did, and didn't take much. So I think that was just a good, like, kind of learning experience for him. Because I do personally believe that Mythra does win this matchup, just because Pyra and Mythra together, like, you can kind of use Mythra as, like, your combo character, your damage character for early percent. And once you get to, like, that 90 to, like, 150 or higher range, like, it's pretty much just get a combo and then switch to Pyra and hit them with a big move, and then they die. And it's just so much, or Pyra, I mean. It's so much easier to just kind of take that stock off with her since she's just so damaging. But we'll see how this progresses if RP4 kind of stays the new ones.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm curious to see if he's going to carry this through, which will definitely shake some things up a little bit. We'd have a Llomomo Winners Finals going up against either BW Styles or Solidus Hedgehog. And I got to say, if there's one match that is developed out of this bracket tonight, this is one that I'm super excited for, primarily because I don't think this is a matchup we regularly get to see on stream very often. And with the way Solidus is playing, man, I'm pretty curious to see how he fares in that match.
Yeah, for real. And then I also just feel like, imagine if if Llomomo goes Falco. Like, the amount of Falco, like, juice he's gotten today, Solidus is like, it's all of it. Like, he got all the juice today. So it's like, he just seems really ready to kind of play against Falco, and whereas in the past it's kind of been like his bane. I feel like it's been a lot of players' banes. I feel like it's just like they can't deal with the laser. They're like getting edge guarded. Wow, what patience! Oh my gosh, that was insane from Llomomo. He just kind of used the drag down, went for a grab, missed the grab, but then just held his shield because he's like, I'm not gonna go for a regrab. There's no point to like risk like getting punished. And then RP4 did go for the punish with a jab, I believe it was in a side B, and Llomomo was nowhere to be found. He was just like, nope, I'm not getting touched by you. And so right now we're seeing a pretty decent lead. Pyra or Mythra is not going to kill yet, and also, truth be told, both these characters, Pyra and Mythra, they're both different weights. So this one, Mythra, she is much lighter than Pyra. So you're going to be seeing stocks be taken earlier by other players. You're going to be seeing Pyra live a lot longer than Mythra would. Ooh, that was so close. That charge, when she's charging and holding that sword up, it actually has like an active hitbox on the sword that she's just holding there. So like if you run into it, you'll just get like hit downward because it's like a wall. It's just so funny. But it didn't activate then. He was still invincible from the dodge he did. But now we're finally seeing RP4 kind of pull out the Pyra. And like, I think it's understandable. A lot of players are like a little confused in certain matchups to use her because she is kind of like, she's really slow. Because you go from playing Mythra and finally a good hit for Pyra. Like that's kind of what you need every so often. It's just like one of those like F smash reads or whatnot. But we're starting to see Llomomo lose his lead a little bit by bit as RP4 kind of adapts a bit. Oh, not gonna make it. Oh, the patience here. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, you're not making that back. Oh, you need the tech check.
Ooh,
that's an unfortunate way to go out. Yeah. The replay kind of does it justice, but it was kind of just, I think RP4, he like is still not used to that recovery length because that's kind of what bit him. He went super low and then got saved by Llomomo's own Firefox up B right here.
Oh.
And then he tried to tech it and he air dodged. So it's like he could up it again, but like it just wasn't in the cards, I guess.
Alright, so we are getting ready to move on to Solidus taking on BW Styles. Throw a bet in real quick, man. Who do you think is coming out on top on this one?
That's a hard question, but personally, I'm a stats man. I love my stats, and I just think based off of how Llomomo plays, even when he's down, he finds a way, or a character switch even, like they can just put some cards into. So I have to go with Llomomo on this. But I really would love to see Solidus kind of like use that juice I was joking about earlier, just like show why you're like able to win this, you know? Show why you've been so dominant and all that. Especially tonight, like he's just doing crazy stuff.
Yeah. This is going to be pretty good, and I'm curious if he's going to hold on to Yoshi through this mix.
Yeah. I personally believe he should. But if like things go south immediately,